Hello, my peeps. So the saga of the missing purse continues. So today what I did is I called the property room with the Tacoma Police Department. It didn't turn up there. I went back to the park again to look again. And thankfully I was able to talk to some of the groundskeepers at the park. But the bad news is that they said that they've thoroughly been through the park twice since my purse was missing on Sunday, and they haven't found a purse with my description. So I did tell them what it looks like, so if they find it, they can let me know. And that's about all I can do. I also filed a police report for the missing purse, and that could take up to 5 days to process. I'm hoping the purse is back to me by then. The curious thing about all of this, though, is that there's no attempts to use my cards at all. So whoever's hands it ended up in, they didn't try to use my debit or credit card. They had close to, over a day and a half to use them if they wanted to, and there was no charges whatsoever. So it's curious to me as to whoever found it clearly didn't have any malintent that I can tell, but they didn't call me, and I have my business cards, like tons of my business cards in the purse. So there's ample ways for them to get a hold of me, whether it's my email or my phone. Anyway, I did find out today through my building manager, though, that to replace my key and my fob is going to cost me $100. So I asked them to give me, a couple more days to wait and see if the purse gets returned before I decide to replace everything. So it is going to cost me a pretty penny to replace everything in my purse. But what I can say is you guys are so awesome, and I have the best social media connections ever, and you guys have sent me like how to relieve stress and just tips on how to get through this, and you've sent me suggestions on where to look. I did follow one of your suggestions, and I googled the description of my purse to see if anybody maybe tried to sell it from the Tacoma area on like Poshmark or eBay, and nothing came up for this area with my purse description. So strange thing is, the checklist is no one tried to use my cards, no one tried to sell it, it can't be found anywhere at the park. They even said, that they took out the trash and everything, and they didn't find any purses in the trash. Yeah, it's nowhere to be found in the park. So it just deduces that it's somewhere in the ether, like in no man's land. And I don't understand, like usually something will come up, like, there'll be a location where the card was used, or it's just strange that there's no evidence whatsoever of like what happened to it. But I still have hope, and I am still praying that it comes back to me somehow. I have experience of losing my things in the past, and honestly 9 times out of 10 I've retrieved my items. So it's only been like maybe a few times that it's actually gone for good. So please continue to pray with me and for me that my purse will come back to me. And I'm sorry that this is all I have to report on today, but it's really the only thing on my mind right now. Because that was a very expensive, silly mistake that I made. So I forgive myself. I'm not going to beat myself up about this. It's okay. And I'm so grateful for all of you and how amazingly you respond when I end up in a crisis situation. I'm going to make another video saying thank you to you guys, but I can say that I am here today because of the prayers of the saints and the people who know me and the people who pray for me. However you pray, it's powerful. Honestly, I believe that prayer is prayer, and however you're sending positive vibes, it's working, and I'm so grateful because you guys have honestly gotten me out of hot water so many times in my life, and this will just be one of those times that I believe I'm going to have a good report to share with you. However this works out, it's going to end up being good somehow. So I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you for tuning in to Vlapril Day 21, and I'll see you again tomorrow.